Hello.
Hello.
Chris.
Zach.
What's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
We're just chilling out, hanging out on a Friday night.
Hell yeah, man. Who all do we have on the line? We got you, we got Danny, I think Craig's here too.
Oh boy, we got the whole crew.
Hell
sick.
yeah. Hell yeah, man. Eaten by Sharks and CDN Records. What the fuck is going on, goddammit?
Not too much, man. Just cracking a beer. Can I say that?
Yes, absolutely, dude. I just cracked one open myself, man. Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Cheers. So we just got done blasting Capsized, man, for everybody, and the fucking GIFs in the Discord chat are fucking cracking me up, man.
Oh fuck! What are you talking about? There's some sharks in there.
Oh
some,
yeah, sharks, fucking shipwrecks, all kinds of stuff, man. It's great, man, and it's hilarious because I didn't even realize, I didn't even think about it when I scheduled this interview with you guys. But I'm leaving for vacation tomorrow morning, going down to the Gulf to the beach, and I'm like, here I am, fucking gonna be talking to Eaten by Sharks. And then tomorrow I'm going down to the beach where there is undoubtedly sharks. So hopefully I didn't just manifest some fucking crazy shit, man.
Fuck, but if you go out, man, how metal is that?
Yeah,
Eaten
right.
by a shark?
Right.
Fuck, that's the whole point, right?
Exactly. This might be my last show ever, man. You guys might be my last interview ever on the show. So.
Well, isn't that special?
Yeah, hell yeah. So tell us, man. All jokes aside, man. What's going on in your world? You guys just dropped this. Well, you haven't dropped it yet. Actually, the single comes out tomorrow for everybody, and you got a new record coming out. It's amazing. What do you want to tell everybody, man? What's been going on? What are you guys doing?
Well, we're just hard at work trying to get this thing off the ground, man. Like, we've been doing this for writing these songs for quite a while now. It's taken a while to get it all ready to go, and we're very proud of the stuff that we have recorded now. Like all the songs that we've written. We wrote a bunch of songs just to be able to come up with the 8 songs that we have on the album. So it's the best stuff I think we've come up with so far. Hell
yeah, man. Well, yeah, definitely, man. And I did work with you guys on the last record as well for Eradication. I don't know if it was directly through you guys or if it was just through CDN Records, but I remember.
Yeah.
And that record was fucking amazing too, man. So. But I mean,
oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, but this is definitely, you guys are definitely stepping it up a notch, a couple of notches, a few notches.
Oh fuck! It's good to hear that because sometimes in the writing process of all these songs, I listen to some of these songs I don't know, close to a few hundred, maybe 1,000 times. It's just all the time listening to it, previewing, recording, doing it again. Trying the different stuff, and then all of a sudden, you go and record it. Then you're listening back to the mixes, and that, I'm so far removed from hearing it for the first time. I wish I could just hear it for the first time, you guys get to, where it's just you get to hear it as a completed, finished piece. Where we're well, I hope it's good. I feel like it's good, but you just kind of get so into it that you're not, you can't listen to it with fresh ears, right? So you're hoping it makes the impact.
Yeah, at this point, you're sort of numb to it.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, no, I can safely tell you, man, from fresh ears, from the listener's point of view, dude, it sounds amazing. You guys are on track, man, and I think this record's going to definitely be, I feel like it's going to be a big hit for you guys, man. It should be, anyway.
Well, thanks, man. We hope so, too.
Hell yeah, man. So what's the plan? When's the release date for the record and vinyl?
Well, we've got the release date's going to be on the 17th. Doing it through our brothers in CDN Records. Like very, very happy working with the guys from CDN. They've been really cool with us, like really believing in like kind of our vision and what we want to do, and they just kind of like latched onto our boat and just said, yeah man, like let us tug you guys along and we'll get you even further. So that's cool that they've been a big part of it for us. Great label to work with. And so that's going to drop 17th through CDN Records, and then we have like a CD release party at our hometown in Niagara Falls, at the Mayhem Metal Market. It's in Niagara Falls. It's like a nice place to have a bunch of friends show up and just have a ripping time. But before we release it, we're going to be doing like obviously we released Capsized today, and we're going to have the premiere tomorrow, which everybody kind of came together in our group to do it through CDN, through you, with dropping it tomorrow through Slam Worldwide, which is going to be really cool. And that's Capsized, right? So everybody keep their ears and eyes peeled for that one. And then if you don't, like, if you're listening, just definitely like seek us out on Instagram or Facebook or whatever socials you use. We got pretty much most of them. So like, make sure you follow us to make sure that you keep up on the stuff that we got coming down the pipes. And then we got a couple more singles we're going to be releasing as well after that. We're really stoked on those songs as well, so we can't wait for tomorrow. And then we got some other tricks up our sleeve as far as like leading up from May 30th tomorrow all the way up to July 17th. And after we release that sucker, we're gonna just start playing shows.
Hell yeah, dude! And you guys are pretty active on social media as well too. So like for any for fans out there that want to reach out, or for journalists, anybody in the media, other radio stations, podcasts and whatnot that are listening, man, definitely hit these guys up, because you guys are easy to approach, man. Cool, man.
Sweet. Well, I don't know if we lost Dan or what the hell he's got going on. The guys, it was funny.
I was just gonna say, man, he hasn't said anything, and Craig hasn't said anything, but it shows that they're here in the thing.
I can see us two in there, so we're good. But I know that you're kind of saying that you also play guitar, correct?
Yeah, man. So
Dan also plays guitar, but it was funny. You're like, we'll nerd out on some guitar gear, but like, he's so meat and potatoes, man. He's like, give me a tube amp. Give me a cable, I'll plug it in, and then the rest of it, can you help me out there, Shap? So I have to like make sure he's like, I'm like, hey man, you need to get this overdrive and put it in front. It's gonna make things a lot better for you. Hey, you should get a noise gate. Hey, you should get a tuner. Like, obviously he's been using a tuner for a while, but like, I'm the band dad, that's for sure. I geek out, and then I kind of spread the wealth with the other dudes.
Well, even just plugging straight into a cable into a fucking tube amp, that's gear, man. Like that is gear, and that's something right there. Like that, those two things, if that's all you got, those two things fucking definitely matter, man. So let me ask you, what kind of shit are you guys using, man? What kind of amps, pedals, cables?
Whatever, yeah. Like, I think that our approach is kind of like I said, like a meat and potatoes, for lack of a better word. Like, we're kind of like, we like tube amps, we like cabs on stage, that kind of a thing. I like to feel it. Mm-hmm. But like, and also I'm scared of in-ears. Like a lot of guys use that, and my hats off to them. Like, it looks like an amazing thing to do, but it's just like, it's something that I'm trying to make what I got work, but like, I'll use like some of the more modern, like right now I'm using a modeler. Like, I've got the Quad Cortex, and I run that through a tube power amp, this little like box thing, 50-watt tube power amp, and it just kicks, man. Like, I got the power of the tube. I've got all my amps that I have like kind of saved into my my quad, and then just like the ease of use, like, and like I can walk into a venue with 2 bags on my shoulders, both my guitars, and I'm good to go. You know, like I still bring my cab, so I've got to roll that in, but it's much better than like, you know, hauling some of my tube amps around, which I still love to this day. Like I'm not getting rid of any of them. They're like, you know, once you feel that power and like the specific things that they do, like it's just amazing. But like at the same time, man, like I'm getting pretty good results from the quad.
Yeah, well, you know, and I think that, well, you mentioned using that into a tube power amp. You know, like there's definitely something about a tube power, just a tube power like itself. You know, because I've got a couple of tube heads myself, and I also got digital shit. Like I got a Tone X, and I like to plug that straight into the effects return of the tube head, and then run that through the cab, and you can, you know, like basically test drive like different amps, different preamps, you know, just the preamp sections from different amps and stuff. And yeah, like you're saying, man, like, I mean, technology has gotten so crazy. Like you can really get really close, almost unnoticeable. Like, I don't even know. And I don't even know if it needs to be compared anymore. Like, I think it's like its own thing too, you know, like
yeah.
It has its own cool factor to it, you know?
Yeah. I'm actually live now. I use the Neural DSP Fortin. What is it? I think it's like the Meshuggah one. No, Nameless Suite. That's it.
Yeah.
And like, fuck, like it's just so amazing. You can use these things that are like, you know, really cool plugins for your, you know, DAWs and stuff like that. But now, like, they finally flipped it over so you can use them through the pedals, which is, you know, kind of neat to play around with. Is, like you said, it's a great time to be a guitar player because there's just so much stuff out there, right?
And it's cool, like if that's what you're going to use in the studio, you can easily transition to using it on the stage as well, because it's sort of like, you know, so that's your preset.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you never have to, you know, re-mic something up or anything like that. Like, you can just like plug right in if you're recording, and then like, you know, like live, it's like, oh, there it is, your presets right there. Hey, you can. We got it now that we play the new songs and some of the old songs. They're both in different tunings. So for this album we went with 7 strings instead of 6, but they're pretty much almost in the same tuning as far as like drop. So we played in A drop A sharp or B flat, whatever you want to call that, when we were using 6 strings on the last album. This one we're just doing straight up drop A, Korn style kind of type thing. But like, you know, obviously like ripping riffs with it. It's like it feels like there's a little bit more range, because I tend to use the top string when I'm using a drop tuning is like more of your riffy kind of like, you know, just like heavy stuff. And then I tend to use, like, for the solos, I forget about the top string because it's not in any scale that I really fuck with. So I'm using the 6 string as a 5-string banjo basically. So it's like, hey, let's use 7 strings. Now I can use a full 6 string when I'm like thinking about melodies and like solos and stuff and leads, but then we can still utilize that top heavy string as well, like a 7-string extended range is supposed to be. So, but with that being said, like we're just a little bit of a different tuning. So with the quad, I just have like an up half step, and it's the exact same settings, and I just like click it, boom, and I'm into the other songs, no problem. Then I click the other one. But my memory is dog shit, so sometimes I'll start playing the other songs and I'm like, fuck, I forgot to hit the button. Now I'm in like a half step lower than the other guys. Then I have to quickly hit that before anybody really notices it. But, you know, for the most part, I can fake it. Just laugh a little bit and then click the button.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, I've never played a 6-string, a 7-string. I've never played a 7-string, man. I've always wanted to, but I remember, I remember when fucking Steve Vai came on Headbangers Ball back in the fucking early 90s, man. And he was like introducing it like it was this totally new thing. And he had it on
Universe, I think.
Yes, the Universe. And he was on there, he was talking about it, and he was playing it, you know, and stuff in between the videos, and I was just mind blown, man, about it, you know. But like, he was using it in a totally different way. And then I think it was like you mentioned, Korn, man. Like they were one of the first bands that I remember, like mainstream anyway wise, using it, but for fucking like just heavy guttural fucking sounds. But like
I love that.
But now it's like it's so fucking I mean, like shit. Like nowadays you got people doing 8 strings and 10 strings, and I'm like, fuck.
It's crazy. double drop A. Like I'm telling you, like I'm in A or drop D, right? And some bands are doing on the top string like a drop below that D, like so it's like another octave on drop D. It's like, what is going on? It sounds great.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but like some of these bands, they just make it sound awesome. So
yeah. I mean,
and you know what? Like when you're playing with a 7-string, it's a little thicker, so nothing like a big thick, thing in your hand when you're like playing
the neck.
Shit, you know what I mean? It's like kind of like a bass or something. But then when I switch back to 6 strings, so I play in a couple other bands, and then we have our old songs in 6, and I'll break it out. I feel like my hand is so menacing, I can just snap the goddamn neck, no problem, because it's like I'm used to like playing a little bit like bigger now, so you have to stretch more now. But when it's smaller, it's like a little twig, and you're just like ripping through it. So it's kind of interesting going back and forth between the two.
Yeah, I normally nowadays I primarily stick with drop C, but like back in the old days, I did used to drop down to drop B or drop A. And do it on a 6-string, but like do it like as if it was a 7-string, and just forget about the high string. Like just fuck it, like. And I don't know if like it seemed to work, but like looking back now, like I don't know like how intonation wise and stuff like that probably,
Yeah, it's weird because like it's all about this. I didn't realize like. Scale lengths of necks and how like that made a difference. So like usually most of my 7 strings are 26 and a half, so it's a little bit longer than your regular Fender Strat, Super Strat 25.5, or the 24 and 3/4 whatever Gibsons are usually set at. But yeah, like as soon as I started like I want to drop, I'll get a 7-string, but a lot of them are made same as like a Fender, so 25 and a half. So it's like you have to thicken up your top gauge of your string to still get that snap that you need, right? But like it's like when you get that longer length of a scale length, you don't have to like sacrifice like the thickness of the string. You can still get a pretty like nice gauge string that still sounds crunchy. Like I think Meshuggah really started to get that thing going on when they just started like doing their 8 strings, but their scale lengths are like 28, 29. It's like, what are these? They're the guys, like they're like on the next shit, like dipping their pickups in like wax or whatever, just to like try to create their sound and all that stuff. Like they're definitely one of my favorite bands. Like
that shit's cool though, man. That's
love their shit. Yeah,
I love it when people try different things like that and do stuff like that, because it. And then talk about it, or we find out about it through whatever fucking means, like. But back in the old days, man, especially before the internet, man, there was no, you couldn't find out any information about any of this kind of stuff. Like it was just sort of, you just had to like wing it, like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing back in the old days, man.
Oh yeah, you're buying Guitar Player magazine or Guitar World or whatever. Like you're just like looking. I used to like open up the pages, and go, one of these days I'm gonna have that stack, like. But like now, like the internet's like it's right there at your fingertips, right? So
yeah, pretty much anything you need to know or try to figure out, man. Like it's all right there, man. It's
YouTube's phenomenal, right? Like just like learning stuff, and sometimes it's really bad. Like because it'll be like you'll watch these, like I watched that pedal show or whatever, like when they're like I ended up buying way too many pedals that I still have this like giant like moon fucking landing pedal board with all these pedals on it, and like and it's just sitting there. I'm like, I spent so much money on that thing, and I just like it, but I can't. I'm like a little bit of a hoarding problem. I just like collect gear, and then I don't sell it because I want to keep it. And then I'm like, okay, let's just get something cool. Then, as soon as I have that obsession for the new thing and I've got it, I'm like, oh, I like that. And then it's like all of a sudden, like a couple weeks later, I'm looking at something new, like, no, maybe I should buy that. It's like, oh, I got a problem.
Well, it's hard to get rid of that stuff too, because like you don't know if maybe someday you might get the itch to use. You might need this fucking certain effect, or you might.
Do you have the same problem? I think you have the same problem as me. I might need that one day. Like my wife's down there looking at this stuff. Why do you have all these guitars? Well, that one's in drop C, that one's in drop A, that one's in E standard. This one's a Telecaster. It's a very special guitar. This one's a Strat. Everybody has to have a Strat. I have a, you know what I mean? So it just that I have reasons for everything, but at the same time, I probably just play one guitar.
Yeah. I have a whole bunch of them behind me, and I primarily probably use one or two of them. But then I've got a bunch of different pedals, different fucking drives, different fuzz pedals, different fucking boosts, different EQs, different this and that, man. It's ridiculous. But like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I get a different feeling for something different. I just gotta, I don't know. It's just cool to have it, man. I like
oh,
it,
yeah.
man. But
I feel like definitely with like our tone that we use within the band, like we've definitely got Dan and I both have like kind of, I always say that our sounds are scissoring each other, for lack of a better word. Just like he's got more of a mid punch, where mine's like a little bit like more of a high end crispy with a low end kind of like a scoot sound. So when they come together, they kind of like fill things in together, and like I can just tell, like once we get a good sound going on, like, oh, that's that stereo, just two guitars playing, like, and that imperfection that happens because we're not machines is what drives that fucking wall of sound happening, right? So, and we have a monster of a drummer. The guy's like 6'6", like 300 plus pounds probably, and like he just like wails the drums, man. Like we play shows and like sound guy comes up to like Justin, usually he's like, dude, your drums are sounding great, like because he just like we don't use any clicks we don't have any triggers or anything like that. He's just heel up and just smashes the drums, you know what I mean? Like one of these days he's going to explode because he's going so goddamn fast, but he's got that power that he just like brings, but like it makes his drums so loud that we have to, like, I'm pushing 50 watt. I could use 100 watt, like for sure. Like I have 100 watt amps, and I'm like I'm cooking it. Like it's at the end of like almost breaking up, just so I can make sure I can hear myself. Again, I kind of have a guitar player complex where I kind of want to be louder than everybody else, but like he definitely challenges me all the time with that, like just raw power, right? So
that's cool.
Yeah, man. Like I think like a lot of the sound that we have, especially when we play live, it comes from just that raw energy. Like Justin's a big part of our sound. Just the way that he plays, like it sends waves out when we're playing. Like we're just like, and we all lock to him, and he's running the game. Like we don't use click tracks, nothing. We're just like, balls to the wall, like set list. We don't even like have a set list sometimes. We just go, okay, like boom, practice these things, get them done, in and out, like, and like that's kind of like our motto, right? Like we just kind of try to get in, do our thing, stay as professional as possible with like no dilly-dallying, up on stage, play, finish, get out of everybody's way so the next band can go on type thing. So that's kind of our formula. Keep it simple, but at the same time, like we do dabble in, some of the new technology that's out there just to kind of keep, tones going and for ease of use too.
Do you feel like having a drummer like that pushes you to fucking work harder? Like
oh yeah,
it pumps you up, right?
Drummers are something different. There's something different about drummers. Like I play with a few of them where they like, especially like I've been blessed to like play with some really good drummers, and just I can show a guy like an idea that I have, and like we can be looking at it before practice, the day of, and he comes to practice and kind of has an idea and can get through the song. Like me as a guitarist, I'm like, you need to give me a week to sit down with this and figure it out, because I'm not talking about like chorus or sorry, verse, chorus, middle eight, chorus out, like, which is like, you know, classic song structure. We're like, you know, riff 1, 2, 3, back to riff 1A, then riff B, then riff 2A, and like just like bridges, then going into a completely different part at the end, and like, you know, like it's not just like simple stuff. And like Justin and some other guys that I've jammed with too, like just the way that the drummer can like pretty much pick up on things and like feel things out, and like be able to just almost within like, you know, a one time listening to it start to get like what the song is all about type thing, right? So with Justin, like he's the same, he's got that kind of a brain, so like I'm always like sitting at home trying to make sure that I'm like, you know, as tight as possible, because he'll look at me sometimes if I like mess up a little part, be like, hey, you gotta keep it in the tracks, buddy, you know. But but yeah, it's
I know for myself, like I primarily play alone a lot, but the few times that I have jammed with a drummer, with a live drummer in the room, it's always a totally different experience, man. It's completely different. Like, as a guitar player, like it especially if they're a really good drummer, man, and you can lock in with them, it takes it to a whole other level. You know, it's like all of a sudden you're able to do different things that it's just different, man. Like, you know, you can't do that with a drum machine. You can't. I mean, you can sort of sit there with a click track, but it's just different, man. When you're sitting across from a human body behind,
that's it, man. Drum kit. That's it. The journey, buddy. Like that's what like you know, that's what we're talking about, man. AI, or you know, like how can you like prompt something, it comes up with something so good out of nowhere, right? But like it's all about that journey in between, man. Like your beginning point, how you get there, and then to the end point. And what's missing, I think, with the AI piece of it is like what's in the middle, like the journey to get to the end. People like they recognize that when they're listening to songs, whether they know it's there or not. Like you can tell, like something's like this is a lived experience. You know, this isn't just like a hey man, I wrote a song. What did you do? Oh, I just typed a couple prompts in the thing. Okay. Well, that's not how it works for me, but to each their own. But yeah, that in the same room, and that sometimes when you feel that lock, it's almost like you're kind of working on a riff. It's kind of this like weird, you're trying to tame this fucking beast to get it to a certain point, and then all of a sudden this flow starts happening. You can feel it like waves, you know what I mean? And it's just like, oh shit. And that, you know, I feel like as a musician or as somebody who writes original music or just jams and like, you know, learns songs, and when they connect and they can make music, it's gotcha.
It's a
you know what I mean? And that's
it's like its own language, man, because when you're there with the other player, and like you said, I mean you can come in there with some riffs, but when you're playing those riffs and the drummer is locking in with you, then you guys can sort of go back and forth and take things to a different, like, you know, because I mean you can start like naturally slowing things down or speeding things up as you go, and you're making eye contact and you can feel it, you know what you're doing, and there's that moment where it happens where it's like you don't even have to say anything, and it just fits, and that's magic in my opinion, man. You know, like that's real, that's music, man. Like that's something.
You get me stoked. I want to play guitar, man.
Hell yeah.
I want to jam. Yeah,
there's no way that AI is ever going to be able to replace that kind of shit, man. I mean, I don't care what anybody says, dude. I know it's a fucking huge fucking thing, and it's impending, and it's fucking coming in, and it's doing this and that, and there's all these bands and these music things that are coming out that are totally AI and everything, and everybody's freaking out. But I think, you know, to me personally, I think the biggest thing that it's going to threaten is the generic shit, the fucking
100%. I'm there with you on that.
You know, but the real stuff, man, it's always going to be there, and the people are going to know. They're going to know what's real and what's not, and you know.
Man, so last night me and the boys went out to catch Cryptopsy, up in Toronto.
Hell yeah!
And his band opened up, and I've never heard of them before. You ever heard of a band called Spirit Adrift? I think they're called.
Yeah.
Fuck, they're like
Fucking
they're a great band, right? Like, so imagine just catching them for the first time, and that's the first time you hear it. It was so cool because there's like, I think Necrot, and I forget who opened up, and then Cryptopsy. So a lot of fucking like heavy death metal shit. And then they came in and they did their like smooth, like stoner rock, heavy kind of shit, and it was just like, fuck, man, like that. I love that shit, you know, like, and that's real, you know, like that's just 3 guys up on stage. I think they're a 4-piece, but they couldn't get the guitarist over the border or something like that, so they did it as a 3-piece. I could tell the difference. The drummer was so in the pocket, like he was just like playing like slow, but like there's something about like, you know, playing fast is like one of the hardest things to do, but also sometimes playing slow and being able to keep fucking the tempo and sit in the pocket is super hard too. And this guy was just like all over it. But anyways, yeah, like it was cool to see that, and obviously Necrot was great, and Cryptopsy just absolutely ripped it. And like, look, like you've got 4 guys up on stage that are just like probably at the top of the game as far as like, you know, instrumentation, like Flo Mornier, right, the drummer, Ollie, the bass player, Christian on guitar, and then you know, Matt on vocals, just effortlessly just controlling the crowd and just ripping it. It's like, that's metal, man. That's real shit, man.
Yeah, Matt's awesome too, man. I had him on the show a couple of times, man. He's a cool fucking dude, man. He's so down to earth, and he's such a fucking metal fan himself, you know, like he's just like he's just fucking stoked to be doing what he's doing, you know, like it's cool. But yeah, they're fucking amazing, man. Amazing band. Hell yeah. Well, back to you guys though. I gotta ask, man, about this album cover artwork, man. This artwork is fucking amazing, dude. Who did this? And
yeah.
What can you tell us about it, man?
So it was, I think, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it, Paolo Giardi. He's like from, he's an Italian artist. And he's done like some of my favorite bands, as far as like, done the Black Dahlia Murder. He's done like Revocation. He's done some really cool like obscure shit. This guy's like, and then it's all oil paint, like it's real. Again, like this is in the computer. This is a guy, and like I tell you, literally, he's like, "What's your idea?" And I kind of gave him like what we're kind of loosely basing things on, right? Like saying like, you know, it's like a nautical theme. It's like a battleship going to deliver something, and then they run into like terrible storm. It's like it's a shit show. We really wanted to kind of like build it around that kind of a thing. So like he's like, okay, well, just give me like a little pencil sketch. So basically on a napkin, I just like kind of drew some stuff. And like I wasn't there with him. I'm in Canada, he's in Italy, and I just like took a picture of it. I was like at my parents' house, like visiting them, whatnot. Just took a picture of it, sent it to him, and it's like night and day. What he pulled off of that and then put into the picture was crazy.
It's amazing, dude. I also wanted to ask you about working with your producer, Christian, man. What was that like, dude?
Man, like Christian's become like now, like this is our second time going up to record with him. So he's like, you know, he's a friend now. You know what I mean? He's also our guy, I would say. Like I can't really see us like working with anybody else. He's kind of like probably how Otero is to like Cattle Decapitation, right? Like they use the same guy every time. They just got that great like connection with him, and like it's like the same thing with Christian. He's super good guy. Like he's a really nice guy. He knows music inside and out. And you know, like the first time we went out to record Eradication with him, it was great and it was awesome. But we're just getting to know each other. And then the second time we went up, we know each other. Like we're all that's out of the way. Now we're just getting straight to work. And it was like I could tell like he was like, we're working on something, and he just kind of pauses for a second. I'm like, what are you thinking? You hearing anything? So like we really kind of went into like, I wrote the songs, I produced them at home, all that kind of stuff, and then now it goes into his hands, and like we're recording everything, and now we're adding a little bit extra gravy on top because like these harmonies that maybe he's heard on a guitar part. Oh, well, why don't we try this? Or like, you know, he's thinking, or I'll stop and I'll get like giddy about something like, you know what, I was always thinking maybe we should do something like this in this part. What do you think? And he's like, yeah, go ahead, let's try it. So I feel like there was at one part, like I think where we had just finished recording all the guitars and we had like the rough mix down and we're just listening to it. I was just sitting in the chair thinking like, wow, this is like, for me, like some of the best stuff I think I've ever been a part of personally. But yeah, it's working with him has been really good, and I can't wait to get back in to record again. But right now we're trying to get this sucker off the road.
Hell yeah, dude! All right, man. Well, I guess I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let the people know? Like, where's the best place for them to go to pre-order, pre-save, whatever? Fucking follow you guys and all that shit, man.
Yeah, check us out. Like DistroKid's got a pre-save for us. If you check out our Instagram in the bio, we've got a link tree, or even our link tree if you can just find it. Like Linktree, just Eaten by Sharks. It's got all the stuff in there too. So you can get the pre-save right now for the album, which has come the Undertow of Hate, and then also the pre-save is up right now for Capsized, but we're going to be dropping 2 more songs after that, so you can look for the pre-saves for that. And then as soon as we get anything out there, like I'm saying, like, you know, follow us on Spotify, listen to us on Spotify, follow us on Insta and any other type of social. We'll keep you in check with what we've got coming up, where we're going to be playing, and when these new tracks are coming out. So right now it's looking like, for us, it's going to be the summer of Sharks. So, you know, up until July and like a little bit after that, we got a lot of stuff planned for, you know, just releasing music and video stuff and some fun stuff, and also playing a bunch of shows and getting out there.
Yeah, and you guys got a new video coming out on Slam Worldwide too as well, man. So that's going to be badass too, man.
Tomorrow, Slam Worldwide, and then we have another Slam Worldwide coming up after that, and then we have another video that we're going to be releasing after that, and we're just... You know, we'll talk. We've got lots of plans, and I'm looking forward to working with you. And then CDN, of course, has been great. I'm really excited about how this is going to be released. Of course, we did Eradication just independently, and then we did a re-release with CDN, which was cool. Now we get to see the full release of like Sharks and CDN together, which is really cool too.
Fuck yeah, man! All right, man. Well, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Eaten by Sharks, and you're listening to Metal Devastation motherfucking Radio."
Hey, this is Shap from Sharks. You're listening to... What is it? Metal Devastation? Dude, my memory is terrible.
Metal Devastation Radio.
Metal Devastation Radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take 2.
Okay. Hey, this is Shap from Eaten by Sharks. You're listening to Metal Devastation Radio. Stay tuned. Get heavy.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Well, dude, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I really appreciate it. And what I'm going to do now is going to blast some more Eaten by Sharks for these motherfuckers to go crazy, man.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, I got Dead Weight and Megalodon lined up.
Ooh, good ones.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, man. Bro. We'll talk to you later, all right?
Okay, peace.
Cheers. There you have it, folks. Eaten by Sharks live on Metal Devastation motherfucking Radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows. Put them in your front lawns. Put them in your neighbor's driveway. Do whatever you got to do. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, what the fuck are you doing, man? You were not cranking it up loud enough, man. All you got to do is reach out and grab the volume knob and crank it all the way to the right. Put your speakers outside so everybody can hear it and go insane. And if people start calling the police, it's not my fault. You fucking shouldn't be listening to some crazy dude on the internet saying shit. But other than that,